Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a lot of PlayStation users actually pretty upset right now, both at PlayStation and Nintendo, and although we are still kind of seeing the vibe that Nintendo lost, well, their pre-orders, they're canceling those on up. We're not sure there's going to be price increases on the Switch 2, and as well as also other various consoles. We also have been seeing some of the PlayStation consoles actually going on at a very good price, so I have some of those linked down below too as well, in case you guys do want to pick them on up. But we also have some crazy stories too, where like a PlayStation 5 controller took to like a random stint of stuff that basically led to a huge robbery. Just a lot of random stuff going on throughout this video, so let's go talk about it. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below, and of course I want to hear all of your thoughts and comments on the video itself. So very first and foremost, let's go talk about what people are kind of upset about, because I'm kind of in the same boat. Where right now, Dust Bloods, which if you guys don't know, or if you guys missed the Nintendo Direct, is basically a brand new FromSoftware game. Now FromSoftware has made like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and one big game a lot of people, myself included, on the PlayStation ecosystem have always wanted is a Bloodborne either remaster, remake, or as well the second sequel. I would like a sequel, personally, if I had to pick and choose. Maybe go make a little updated graphics. I don't want to spend $60 in the same game. I could probably pretty much go and just replay it through anyway, but at the same time, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to go and do. But basically, FromSoftware game skipping the PlayStation 5 made a lot of people upset, saying during the Nintendo 2 Direct, a very unexpected announcement was made. The developers of Elden Ring FromSoftware revealed a new video game called the Dust Bloods. Even more surprising is the fact that it's an exclusive to the upcoming portable console hybrid Switch 2. While most see this as a welcome surprise, I'm excited for it, but I'm still not 100% convinced in the Switch 2. I probably will buy one. I'm kind of excited for it. There's a few issues with it, but some people are just not really happy with the fact that it's an exclusivity for Nintendo. Now, if you guys haven't had a chance to see the game, it really just is almost like a spiritual successor, I would say, of Bloodborne. I loved Bloodborne, one of my more favorite games out there. I'd actually probably put that probably like Elden Ring, probably Bloodborne, then Dark Souls 3, if I had to go and say, on my entire list. I think that was just my favorite from vibe-wise, gameplay-wise, whatever. And yeah, so people are saying like people might be a little bit upset on this, but I'm kind of throwing in my own 2 cents because that was an entertaining topic. We've talked a lot about politics and tariffs and things going up in price, so I almost want to have more of a fun conversation where we're just talking about gaming exclusives and video games I want to go and play. The world is a little bit on the hardcore side, and well, it's not a fun experience, to say the least. So anyway, when it comes to this stuff too, it looks like it's basically just the Bloodborne sequel, like the spiritual successor, and that's why some people are also kind of concerned on it. We saw a lot of social media feedback basically being like, hey, like I love Bloodborne, I love this style of game, I would probably buy this day one if it was on the PlayStation 5, although it is weird because it is a PvP VE game, so it's like more of a multiplayer game too, which is also kind of strange because it's also on the Switch. And it's not the most graphically, and most FromSoftware games are not crazy graphically, but they usually look pretty nice. They're usually pretty good. But either way, I think it's very nifty. I think it's very cool. I'm very excited to go play this, and this might even be a Switch 2, not fully seller for me, but you know, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I want to check it out. You guys can see the graphics right now on the screen over here. But this is where people are upset about because people want this game. And you can see some people over here on the subreddits and their comments saying Bloodborne 2 is coming to Switch only. Going from trapped exclusive to spiritual successor of trapped exclusive is diabolical. Why does it have to be a Switch exclusive? Who benefits from this other than Nintendo? Dust Blood being Switch exclusive is BS, says another fan. And I'm kind of with them, because if you think about it, for Bloodborne, that was a Sony exclusive. And of course, this is not the same game, but you can kind of tell it's very similar vibe-wise. But either way, when it comes to this, I kind of agree. Like, I mean, I'm one of those people, I don't mind games going on every console. We covered a lot of Xbox news with Xbox games coming, and I was kind of cool with it, you know. I don't mind. Give me Forza on PlayStation. That's dope. Put some PlayStation games on Xbox. That's dope. Put everything on the Switch because they're kind of like that random, just like nephew or something. They're like, yeah, we'll give you Call of Duty. Why not? You know, you're not doing much with it. You know, do what you got to do. And well, yeah, I kind of agree with why some people be upset. So despite the negativity, though, a lot of people are excited. I am excited. I want to play this game. If I do buy a Switch, which I think I will switch to, but at the same time, it is a lot of money. Like a lot of people are saying and hoping that it's just like a temporary exclusivity. Saying I'm simultaneously excited and disappointed. Says another fan on the game subreddit. I'm hoping it's just like an exclusivity period, like a 1 year or 6 month period. And of course, it is scheduled to be launched on 2026, which I think it actually looked a little bit dated graphically wise for a 2026 game. And I do think the Switch 2 is probably going to get dated pretty quick, I'd be honest with you. But I'm still excited for it nonetheless. So until then, the platform is getting Elden Ring as well, Tarnished Edition, which also has the DLC, and I'm going to be very curious to see what it looks like, how graphically intensive it's going to be, and at the end of the day, people are pretty upset about this, but I think it's okay. Like, the Nintendo can have a few exclusives, and I kind of like the idea that there is some exclusivity games that are not, like, horrible, you know, like not just only purely Nintendo, like some third-party games down there would actually kind of bolster up the entire ecosystem, which I think is actually very nice. So I'm okay with it. I'm kind of cool with it, but at the same exact time, it's like, you know, it is what it is. Also, if you guys are kind of curious too, especially with all the mix of the tariffs, you guys can see the price point right here, $3.99. We are seeing some pretty cool bundles with Astrobot over here. So you guys are curious, we'll have maybe some of these links down below too as well. But some people are curious and kind of scared if there is going to be like a, you know, a big issue with price increases, games changing, like all this type of stuff. Like, I don't know, I can see it. Like, I understand, like we made videos on it. I've seen the tariffs, I've seen Chinese tariffs, Taiwanese things. We don't have to talk about too much because we have already. But like, yeah, it's cool that we're seeing things still cheap. So maybe if you want to go get them quicker before everything goes to absolute then maybe it might be worth it. If I don't forget, I'll put a link for it down below until the sale goes on out. You can actually go get them till April. But I think a lot of you guys that are watching the channel do already have your consoles, have had them for a while. Maybe you have like brother, sisters, family, birthday coming up. I don't know. Just letting you guys know this is a big deal. And it does suck that we even have to worry about these tariffs and political stuff. I already have said my crypto, my stocks, everything have not been doing the best, and I'm not the most happy about that, but you know, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes throughout the next few months. And ideally, we don't have like a Switch 2 price increase, more PS5 in price increases, the Pro going up in price. All of that stuff I don't really want, and I hope we don't have to deal with. Last but not least, apparently a PS5 controller helped save a bunch of like robberies too. So the controller leads to arrest in the string of ATM robberies in Tempe, Tuscan, other states. So Tempe police said a forgotten video game controller, so basically someone lost their controller, helped investigators find and arrest suspected members of a Houston-based crime syndicate involving multi-state strings of ATM robberies. Crazy. So police launched an investigation on November 5th, 2024, when 3 men targeted a Bank of America location around 10 a.m. The police said the men confronted 2 ATM technicians fixing a drive-through ATM and ordered them to step away from the machine before taking multiple cash cassettes that contained bills for withdrawals. Tempe police said the man that got away with around $300,000 running up before fleeing the area in a dark-colored vehicle. Detectives eventually located the getaway vehicle abandoned at a nearby apartment complex using GPS tracking devices hidden inside the cassettes, which were empty. Like, this is like some like crazy like video game vibe. So court documents said the man would wait for an ATM technician to arrive and open the machine before stealing the cassettes through force, violence, and intimidation. Basically kind of like reverse robbing, or whenever they had the opportunity to go get robbed, they would. Documents added that the men used various ways of concealing identifying vehicle information, including using fake temporary plates, license plates, and other vehicles, stolen plates, and rental vehicles. The men also wore gloves, masks, and other types of clothing to conceal their faces, documents added. However, the police said that they found a PlayStation 5 controller left inside the vehicle, which had account information linked to the PlayStation controller. I have never had my PlayStation 5 controller even leave my house, let alone end up in my car. Like, what? Why are you bringing your PS5 controller in your car? Why are you leaving it there? And of course, well, PlayStation probably didn't know this intentionally. They kind of completely set this guy up. That account information was associated with various social media accounts that then identified the man, and along with the surveillance footage and other evidence as Maurice Brooks, Mika Lazaro, and Anthony Smith. And then Tempe police said it worked with local, state, and federal agencies to tie the men to other ATM heists in the Phoenix area, along with Tuscan, Las Vegas, Sacramento, and Oath, Kansas. Officials said the FBI arrested the 3 in Houston. 2 of the men were extradited to Arizona, while 1 awaited extradition on federal charges that included bank robbery and conspiracy to commit offense and defraud the United States. Like, this is like some crazy stuff, dude. Like, this is like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and this person's using like their PlayStation 5 controller to go get verified and get called out by the cops. Like, that's nuts. So they had a trial date of June 6th at the U.S. District Court of Arizona, and they did not have any court date over here for Lazaro. But even then, still, apparently PlayStation and the controller that they found had the information over here to go and get these people arrested. Like, this is a crazy, crazy, crazy story. Like, dang. Like, dang, dude, dang, that's insane. So more of the story is we are seeing some people upset with PlayStation. We are seeing some cool sales going on over here. If you just want to pick them on up, we'll have these linked down below. And of course, apparently don't leave your PlayStation 5 controllers in random cars or else you might end up getting arrested. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on if you guys enjoyed the news and video. We have the Twitters and Twitch streams down below. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching and just hope you guys have a good rest of your days. Love you guys.